Well, a very good afternoon from Phuket, and today we are going to be taking a look at Kamala because it's actually been May of last year that I was last here, so well over a year, and I thought I'd come down. Now today's video isn't what I planned to bring you this week. I was actually hoping to bring you a video on Phuket town, but unfortunately the weather for the last 2 weeks hasn't been great across the island. We've seen a number of storms passing through, some of them bringing very high winds, heavy rain for prolonged periods of time. On top of this, we've also had an extended Buddhist holiday this year here in Thailand that was extended by the government in the hope of bringing more local tourism to Thailand and generating more revenue that way. But of course, when we have a Buddhist holiday, there are no sales of alcohol allowed, and as I wanted to do some filming of some of the bars and clubs in Phuket town, of course they've been shut. So rather than leaving it a long period of time between videos, because I've done this in the past which hasn't helped my channel, I decided that I'd come over to Kamala because it's been so long since I've last visited it, see what's going on over here, see what's changed, because just recently, the last few weeks, people have been asking me about Kamala. Let's have a look today and see what's happening around Kamala beach area. Now I'm only going to cover the actual beach vicinity and the facilities nearby, and I'm going to do a separate video on Kamala, on Kamala's nightlife, because again, people are going to want to see it at night. I don't want to make the video too long today because you can probably see behind me we've got some ominous clouds. It's very overcast today. It's been raining this morning quite heavy. Wasn't sure whether I'd get over here or not today. I tried to come yesterday, but again we had rain in the morning. It went very nice late in the afternoon, but it was a little bit too late by the time it had cleared up for me to come over. So I've gambled today, and just as I come into Kamala, even though it had stopped raining by me, it started raining again, and then by the time I've walked from the northern end of Kamala Beach down to the southern end, it stopped raining fortunately, and I've also bumped into a couple on holiday that actually subscribe to my channel, and I've been asking them about the area. But let's now take a look at the beach area here. So as I've mentioned, we're right down the southern end, and you've got the northern end. The northern end, right over there, you've got the Novotel Hotel, and then moving down from that you've got the brand new Intercontinental Hotel, which looks absolutely fabulous. You've got the Twin Sands there as well. Some very nice accommodation here in Kamala, very close to the beach, but it is a fair walk. I mean, it's took me probably 15 minutes to walk all the way down here. I did bump into that couple, as I said, and I've been talking to them for about 20 minutes. So let's now start making our way north towards the northern end, and as I say, I'm going to do a separate video on Kamala town because the last video I did, I covered the main road and most of the businesses were open. Well, of course, since then we've seen a lot of the restrictions being moved over the last month or two, and now most of the businesses here in Kamala are open. There are one or two that are still closed or may have gone out of business during the last 2 years, but most of them are now open. We've got a restaurant here right on the front that's, you can see, that's open. I don't know the opening and closing hours, but that one's open, and there's a few that I've noticed as I've walked down the beach area that's opened, and there is some life and there's some people in the beach area. Now I do want to mention one thing while we're talking about the beach, because this is very important, something that I mentioned in my group and something that I mention every year. You do need to watch the sea at this time of year for undercurrents, and I can't stress this enough. We've just in the last 2 days we've had 2 people drowned in Patong because they've ignored the red flags. So please pay attention to the flags on the beach. They're there for a reason, and they're there for your safety, and by ignoring the flags you're not only putting yourself in danger, but you're putting the lives of the lifeguards in danger as well, because these are the guys that have to come in after you if you get into difficulty. So full respect to the lifeguards. They saved 3 people on Kata Beach on the same days. So we had 5 people, or let me get it right, it might be 4 people in total. There was 2, sorry, on Kata Beach that the lifeguards managed to save, and there was 2 on Katanai that unfortunately died, and one of those people the guy, he was on his honeymoon. So a tragic end really, or a start, whatever you want to say. But I can't stress this enough. Please pay attention to the beach flags. They're there for your safety. They're not there for fun. These people, they're not trying to spoil your enjoyment of holiday. The sea here is very deceiving in Phuket. It can look quite nice on the surface and not too bad. Even though we've had a storm this morning, it doesn't look too bad. You can see there's people surfing here because Kamala is very popular for surfing. And there's people in the sea as well, just further down. And on the surface, it doesn't look too bad. But the problem that you have with the west side of Phuket and the beaches on this side of the island, they have some very, very strong undercurrents, rip currents at this time of year. And it's the rip currents and the undercurrents that are taking people's lives. So again, you need to be very, very mindful of those flags. If it's a red flag, then don't swim. It just isn't worth risking your life for. You can see there the beachfront dining, that looks like it's open. It's a little bit early. I'll tell you the time. Let me just have a look. It is in the afternoon. It's now 3:20 in the afternoon. They are open. I can see that they're there, but obviously it's not evening time. This must be probably, well, it says lunch and dinner. We're a little bit later than lunch and just before dinner, and then you've got the Thai Kamala. I don't know whether that looks like accommodation. Joining on to this restaurant. So most of the restaurants around here now are open. There are a few places, like I've said, that haven't fared so well over the last 2 years, but we're going to have a walk along Kamala Beach. We're going to go towards the northern end. We're going to take in some of the facilities. We've got an Indian restaurant here right on the beach. Now you'll notice, while I'm talking about the beach still, there is a lot of driftwood and rubbish that's washed in, because as I've said, we've had some very, very bad storms the last 2 weeks, and I'm not exaggerating. We have had a lot of rain, so that's why the beach isn't looking quite as good as it would normally look because of the time of year. But you do have an Indian restaurant. I don't know what the food's like there, and it looks like there's a stall in there selling some clothing as well. Yeah, there's a little market, some stalls. Let's just go and have a quick nose in here, because I haven't been here before. So you've got a small Indian restaurant to the side there. Let's just take a quick, sorry Cap, let's just have a quick peek at the menu. I'm not going to go into too much detail because I know menus can be boring if I stand here for 10 minutes. But yeah, I can see food starting from 40 baht, 200 baht, mixture 300 baht. So might be worth coming and having a look and trying it out. I do like a good Indian every now and again. And then we've got like I suppose a small shopping precinct, would you call it? It's not really a market, but an indoor shopping precinct, I guess the best way of describing it. You've got a few people selling t-shirts and accessories. Swadika. Lots of smiles about, I see. That's nice to see. It's been a long time since I've seen people smiling over here, and it's really nice to see some hats, dresses. So not massive, but a nice little place to come and explore if you're staying here in Kamala, Swadika. So might want to come and have a nosy in here, get your bits and bobs for the beach, or sunglasses I can see, or some t-shirts to take home or wear while you're here, whatever the case may be.
Thank you for advising.
Yeah, that's okay. So yeah, you've got some nice souvenirs as well of Thailand that you might want to pick up, something like that. But I haven't been in here before. As I say, I don't want to go too far into town today. I want to concentrate just on the amenities around the beach, and then I'm going to come back over and I'm going to do a specific video on the nightlife of Kamala, because I'm being asked quite a lot on my channel about nightlife, and I'm going to be covering nightlife more and more and more, as I've said to you before. We've got a little hotel here. I don't know the name of it, I'll be honest with you. I think it's open. Not quite sure because the shutters are down. As I said, there might be one or two places that are still closed. This one doesn't look like it's open because the swimming pool's drained there, but unfortunately you've got to expect it because the last 2 years has taken its toll on Phuket. So it's still very, very early days as regards tourism. Things are slowly getting better, as I mentioned in the video that I did before on Cape Panois, but it is very slow, as I said before, and it's going to take a while. So maybe Thailand's not going to be exactly the same as you remember it if you came just before COVID hit. There's going to be still places struggling. Kamala on the surface seems to be doing okay. The couple that I met here that have just arrived yesterday, I think they're from Scotland, Scott and Kirsty, if I got that right, if I remembered that right. They're here with a family. They're really enjoying themselves. They've been to one or two other places before they came here. They've been to Koh Lak. They said it was very quiet there. Beautiful resort, but very, very quiet. I think Koh Lak's still struggling a little bit, but they're very pleased from what they've seen just in the last 24 hours of Kamala. They're going to try and get down to Phuket town because that's something that I'm working on, as I've mentioned, and I've recommended them go and take a look at that. And they're saying that they're just staying in the hotel called the Sun Wing. It's got two parts to it. I think there's the Sun Wing Prime, or is it the Sun Prime and the Sun Wing? The Sun Prime is adults only, and then the Sun Wing is for families, everybody basically. So as you can see, there are a few people on the beach today, even though it's not the greatest day. We've got a massage. I think it's open because I can see a motorbike, but I don't see any people. Let's just have a quick look at the prices so you can get an idea. So we've got foot massage, foot pedicure 200, hand pedicure 200, foot scrub 300, and then all the different prices if you want to have a look. Yeah, there is a lady there that suddenly appeared. They're sitting down, that's why I didn't see them. They're waiting for customers. So there is some massage services, and I'm glad to say this road here, a lot of the businesses along there are open. I've noticed an exchange this morning as I came in at the northern end of the beach. So we're just going to quickly run the exchange rates. Australian dollar at the moment is 22.75, British pound is 41.0, US dollar is just over 35, Canadian dollar 25, and then I'm going to let you just pause the video, but obviously these exchange rates change daily. So there is an exchange booth here in Kamala that's open. Quite a few people surfing today. I do love Kamala. I think it's a lovely, lovely area. I don't come over very often to Kamala, and that's simply because it's a long way for me. It's about 40 minutes from where I live, and obviously with the weather conditions at the minute, it's not ideal. The weather by me can be very different to the weather over here. Sometimes it's raining by me, not raining here, and vice versa. So that's why I don't tend to come over too much. But I do like the beach here at Kamala. It's very family friendly. Normally, when I say normally, I'm talking about in high season, sort of December onwards up till possibly April, and then after that period, like from April right through till sort of October, November, you do need to be cautious about the beaches because it depends on the weather. If we're having a lot of storms, the beaches really suffer. So just bear that in mind. They've got the jet skis on the beach there, so if you're looking for some jet skis, I guess they do the paragliding and all the other stuff. Not today, obviously the weather's not great. I've noticed a lot of beach chairs now on the beach back. We've got more massage places, so a good choice of massage. There's a lot of restaurants and shops in Kamala town, which, as I've said, I want to cover on a separate video. But as you can see, there's a few people mulling on the beach today, even though it's very, very cloudy and it's actually spitting with rain right now. So we have got a little bit of rain. Hello. Holiday? Yes. Enjoying your holiday?
Yes, thanks.
How long have you been here?
Just a week.
Would you recommend Kamala?
Oh yeah, definitely.
What's the town like? That's what people want to know.
It's a bit quiet, but it's picking hot.
Yeah.
Noticed this last week.
Yeah, I think you've got to expect it from the last 2 years, unfortunately. It's going to be a bit slow, but slowly we're getting there.
It's Patong last night, that's quite busy.
Yeah, Patong's probably about the busiest. What's the hotel like? Do you mind me asking?
That's
Brilliant. No issues at all?
brilliant.
Okay. Yeah. Unfortunately, yeah, it's just not a great time at the moment with the storms. It's one of those things that this time of year, unfortunately, you've got to sort of work with. I mean, it doesn't always rain, but unfortunately when it does rain, it can be quite heavy. But sometimes, and maybe the sun will come out later, like yesterday afternoon.
It's one of your recommendations.
Oh, go on then, yeah. Which was that?
Duns.
Oh yeah.
All you can eat buffet.
What do you think?
It wasn't for us.
You really? And why wasn't it for you?
I mean, I think the best thing we had was the chops.
Right.
They were lovely.
Yeah, the chops.
The chicken was dry. The
Right.
sausage was okay as well.
Yeah.
The ribs are really tough.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's lots of people eating.
Yeah, it's a busy restaurant because it's an all-you-can-eat, and I guess it's not going to be for everyone. I did mention in my video about the ribs. Okay, well, I'm going to get on now before we lose the weather because it's raining more and more. I hope you have a lovely stay.
Oh, we will.
Okay.
So now it's been fantastic.
Okay, nice to have met you anyway. Your name is?
Andy.
Andy and Tina, very nice to have met you. I hope you have a lovely time here. Seem to be meeting quite a few people today that subscribe to my channel. Now, they weren't the same couple that I met earlier. We've got a little beach place here selling some drinks and some food. Let's just have a quick nosy on the menu, give you an idea. The fruit shakes are 70 baht, coconuts are 60, and then you've got cocktails, cokes, everything. Yeah, this guy here showed giving the thumbs up. It looks a nice place. They do some waffles as well, mango and all sorts of different things right on the beach. Excellent, lovely. 120 baht, 150 baht, 100 baht, so very, very good prices. Okay, so you're not going to have to go far to get some food and drink. Now, I'm going to have to try and wipe the lens because I can see there's a smear on it. Okay, I think that's done it. I didn't bring my lens cloth, unfortunately. I forgot it today. I was hoping that it wouldn't rain, and this is one of the reasons why I don't want to make a too long a video, because of the weather might not hold, and if it starts raining really heavy, then I'm going to have to stop filming. Now, I believe this is the restaurant that's connected to the Sun Wing, or the Sun Premier, I think they said it was called. I don't actually know, but I think this is the restaurant to the hotel, which is the Sun Wing here. I'm not quite sure which way round they are. The couple that I was talking to didn't say which way round the hotel was. They just told me the name because there's no signs to tell me the name, and I couldn't remember what it was called. I think the name's the other side, on the roadside, and because I'm at the beach I can't see what it's called. But it looks a nice hotel. There's a few people I can see around the pool. A couple there, and I think they've got another pool further down as well, and there's a few people here you can see on the beach there, and in the sea, people swimming and surfing. I don't know what the flags are saying today, but as I've said, be mindful of those flags because they're there for your benefit. I don't want to keep going on about it, but it is very important because nobody wants to come on a holiday and then not return. We've got massage in the hotel as well. Probably going to be a little bit more. Now I'm not allowed to go onto the grounds, so I'm not going to walk in because I'm not a guest here, but you can see probably on the video we've got 300, 300, 400, 500, 300 and 500 at the bottom. So compatible to what we've seen is about roughly the same. So another massage, plenty of ladies there doing massage, and then we have another pool here. I don't know whether it's all one, whether they're joined together. No, it's a separate one. So 2 swimming pools. They may even have more. I don't know much about this particular hotel. It does look nice, but it's nice to see them. It's nice to see the hotel actually open. Nice pool bar there. Swim up one. Very nice. As I say, we're going to follow the beach down and you'll get an idea of how long the walk is. I was hoping not to make this video too long, but because I'm talking, I'm getting distracted with people that know me. It's already at just over 20 minutes long. I don't want to make it too long, as I said, and we're just going to walk along down to the section of restaurants and bars down here, and then there's another pool as well. So it looks like this hotel has 3 pools that I've seen. It could even possibly have more, but very, very nice right on the beach. And so you can see it's very, very overcast, trying to rain today. Yesterday was better in the afternoon, rained in the morning. As I've said many times on my channel, if you're coming over at this sort of time of year, the next couple of months, you're going to have to expect this sort of weather. It is very changeable here in Phuket. It can go from pouring down of rain in the morning to beautiful sunny afternoons. It can rain all day, it can rain for a few days, or you can have sun for a few days. You just never know. My weather app that I have on my phone constantly says it's going to rain. That's all it ever says. And then you can't really go by the apps. They're not very accurate, to be honest. I don't find them very accurate personally. I guess it depends on the app that you use it. There may be some that are a bit better than the one that I've got. I don't know. I can't remember the name, the one that I use, but constantly at this time of year it's always saying rain. Now it doesn't mean that it's always raining, because it's not. I mean, as I said, yesterday afternoon was very, very nice, but it was quite late in the afternoon when the sun was trying to get out. And that's the way it is here during this time of year. It's unpredictable. It's always good to have some backup plans in case it does rain, sort of things that you can do if it is raining, and then at least you're not at a loose end, because if you wait for it to happen, then you've got to try and think of things to do. It's not always that easy. Another massage place right on the beach. Look, 3 people in there, reasonably busy. And then we're coming down to this section which is a little bit more fuller with facilities, restaurants, etc., and bars. Got a little bit more choice down here. This is by the police station there. That's the police station, Kamala police station. And then again you've got some shops and restaurants running up there. There used to be a lot open behind, but they haven't reopened, unfortunately. But I can see there's a few smaller stalls that are springing up, coffee and drinks. Not quite sure whether they do any food. Can't see on the menu. It's still mainly all drinks, that place is. There's places where you can hire surfboards at this time of year, especially because the surf's good, but again you do have to watch those currents. And then some more restaurants down here we're coming into, and I believe there's accommodation as well, and some more hotels, smaller ones down here. They do surfing lessons, I can see. And we've got the Coconut Garden here, restaurant. That's open. I noticed a few people dining in there when I walked past earlier on. They've got the menus outside. Again, I'm not going to go studying the menus for half an hour because people will just get bored of it, but you can see there's a few people about. It's far from packed, it's far from busy, but there are people here on a holiday, even though it is low season, rainy season, monsoon season, whatever you want to call this time of year. It's certainly not the high season. We've got the Pond restaurant as well, and there's a bar. The Coconut restaurant has a bar, Coconut Garden bar. Again, there's a few people in there dining, so there's definitely people here in Kamala. There's no doubt about it. I think on the surface, to me, it looks like Kamala might be faring a little bit better than Karon. I may be wrong. So, but it just looks on the surface a little bit more people about here. Karon is still very, very quiet, unfortunately. But I'm hoping that will change gradually. But there is definitely life here in Kamala. If you're coming, then you're going to find restaurants, lovely beach in the high season, but of course this time of year may not look its best. Swaddy Cap. Okay, another restaurant. I'm okay. Yeah. Very nice. Nice little restaurant there. Willow Island. Another restaurant. There's quite a few people in there. I know this place has got some good reviews. I've seen it on Google myself many a time. Real nice restaurant they do. Some nice stuff there. We've got a menu there. Let's just be nosy, have a quick look. Only going to very, very quickly brief over. Fried chicken, red curry, 150. Beef, 150. They've got a very big menu. They do hot dogs and pizzas. Very, very big menu. Okay, I'm not going to spend too much time because I know people get bored looking at restaurant menus. And then we've got the Bella Vista. I've not seen this before. This may be new. I don't remember this being here before. I may be wrong. I have to check out my other video that I did just over 12 months ago. The Smile Bar. Now, I believe on my last video this was open because I'm sure they had a grill outside and they were cooking fish or chicken or something, but today it's closed and it looks like they've got some building work going on, so not quite sure whether they're renovating it. Not quite sure what's happening there, but unfortunately at the moment the Smile Bar is closed. Massage shops next to it are open, and then we're coming down to another restaurant. I believe this is more Thai food than European, but I think you're going to find a mixture here. You've got the boat. Now the couple that I was talking to earlier on, they said they dined here last night. They had a very, very nice meal, very much enjoyed it. So again, boat, restaurant and bar, and check out. There's plenty of places open now in Kamala on the beachfront, and I'm sure that's going to be very similar in town. As I say, I'm going to come back and do a video on the evening time so you can see what the nightlife is. We've got a place selling houses for buying next to that, and then we've got the, I don't know what this is called. I think it's a Thai restaurant more than European. They do some food, nice Thai food. I believe there's an upstairs. I can just see up there. I don't know whether that's open or not at the moment. And that is most of it. And then obviously as you go more north, you have places like the Intercontinental Hotel, you have the Twin Sands, and then you have the Novotel down there as well, and not forgetting Cafe de Mar, beach club, I guess you want to call it, something like that. I'm not going to walk all the way down to the beach, but from here, oh, a few dogs there, from here I would say it's another maybe 5 or 10 minutes walk, maybe not that long, but it's a walk. The only reason why I mention it is somebody asked me in my group how far it was from the Novotel into sort of Some Life restaurants and etc. Obviously the Novotel does have restaurants and facilities there, as I've covered in the past. Do go and check out some of my older videos if you're looking at this area, because I have done a few on Kamala. Yes, they are older, but the one that I did on the Novotel is still relevant because it's a hotel, so you'll see what restaurants and facilities they've got there. I haven't done one on the Intercontinental because of course that is a fairly new addition here in Kamala. I don't know exactly how long it's been open. I think maybe 6 months, a year, something like that, but it's not been here that long. It's been recently built. There is a little bit of building work going on in the northern part of Kamala as you're going up towards Surin, so if that's something that you're not keen on, then maybe not stay towards the northern end of Kamala because of the building work. Now whether it's going to interfere with any of the hotels, the noise and that, I don't know. I don't think it will, to be honest, but I'm just mentioning it so you know about it. And I think that really covers everything here on the beach area of Kamala. As I say, I don't really want to walk all the way down there because I'm going to keep an eye on the weather. I want to get back home before it rains because I'm on the bike today rather than in the car. It's just easier for me to get over here. The traffic in Phuket is slowly starting to build up, so it can take longer to get anywhere in the car than it does on the scooter. So I tend to go everywhere on the scooter because it's just easier to get to places. You can dodge in and out the traffic, and you don't get all the hold-ups like you do in a car. So I hope you've enjoyed this look at Kamala beach area, and as I said, I will be back to cover Kamala's nightlife in the next few weeks, but obviously I'm trying to get that series done on Phuket town. It's something I've been talking about for a very, very long time, and I am now currently working on it, and hopefully the next video after this one will be the first in the series, so we will wait and see. I'm just got to keep trying to get down there when I can, weather permitting, and now we've got the finish of the Buddhist holiday, which was yesterday, I think that finished, so hopefully I can push forward in the next coming week and get that sorted out. Well, as always, don't forget to check out the description down below. I will put any relevant links down there. Also my Facebook group. If you want to join that, you haven't already, then please do feel free. A lot of information in the Facebook group that you won't find on my YouTube channel that can be very, very helpful. Of course, you've got all the members that post as well, so you get their accounts of the actual places and stays. A lot of members now, and the membership is growing quite a lot, so I'd like to thank everybody that have not only joined my YouTube channel but also my Facebook group. I'm going to have to wait now until this car goes because I'm going to get all the noise of them revving up. I don't know where he's going to turn around because he's going the wrong way. He needs to back up because he can't go down there. That's the beach. So as I say, do check out the description. Please feel free to leave any comments, any suggestions, things like that. I can't promise I'm going to do all the things that are suggested for coming videos. Do leave them in the comment section. I love to hear any feedback, etc. Well, I guess that just leaves me to say, as always, thanks for watching, and until next time, you take care, and I'll catch you on the next one.